Welcome, everybody, to an Escape This podcast video special. For people who haven't seen us on video before, this is what we look like. Hello, welcome. We have 4 fantastic new guests, all contestants on ITV's The Genius Game. Welcome to the show, Ken.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Bex.
Hello.
Welcome, Charlotte.
Hello.
And Benjamin, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Everyone did the same happy hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're very excited to have you on. We are big fans of the Genius Game. We had a lot of fun watching it when we were in the UK. We were on a holiday, and we spent a lot of our holiday being like, I don't need to go see Big Ben. I gotta watch ITV's The Genius Game.
Curled up in bed with the iPad.
But we had a lot of fun. You're all geniuses. You're all puzzle fans and game fans. Are you excited to play an audio-ish escape room?
Very excited.
Yes.
I'm pumped. We love escape rooms.
Yeah. And now, what is your general experience with escape rooms? Do you all play escape rooms in your spare time? Have you played a lot?
Bex, you're the biggest escape room person, right?
I like escape rooms, yeah. I enjoy a good escape room. Any excuse for an escape room.
Do you travel? Is it one of the things? Are you the sort of person who travels and plays, or have you just done a lot around where you live?
No, I mean, yeah, I've done not like Australia's version of travel, like takes 6 hours to leave a town, but I've gone Manchester, Leeds, Newcastle, London,
Beautiful.
Bristol, Brighton.
Have you done any Europe ones?
I've done American ones. I've done a couple in Florida.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
cool.
Amazing,
wonderful. And the rest of you've played a few games. Have you? Some of you I know have played some games together. But I don't think you're completely a team that is a tried and tested team for these.
Me, Ken, and Ben have done one together.
Yeah, we've never had this configuration. We've done a few together. Yeah, we did a couple after the filming. Yeah.
Does it go well? Everything goes smoothly.
Quite well.
Butt heads.
No, not butting heads. No one's screaming at each other. No one's.
No. We did all that on the show.
Got it out of your system.
Well, it was. Yeah. I think it was the Battle of Britain one we did, the first one, and it was just so refreshing to be working together, purely together. No one's trying to betray someone. There's no chance someone's going to backstab me while I'm solving this weird crypto puzzle thing.
And that's the plan for today as well. I do not have any secret backstabs written into any of what we're doing today.
Sorry. I wasn't.
Watch out.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't ready for that, Danny. I'm giving anybody a garnet if they can answer it first. But there's only 3 garnets available.
Oh, no.
It's okay. They don't matter anyway.
I think they do matter. They're worth £1,000 each.
Oh, not mine.
Yeah, for one person, they matter at the very end.
My garnets are not worth £1,000 each.
I think it was written into the contract. I think when you introduce a garnet, it's always worth £1,000.
It's always £1,000. We're very excited to have you on. Now, usually for the podcast version of this show, we'll have a new room every episode for people to play through. But instead, we're going to do something slightly different for this video special. We are going to give you an offering, a little tasting platter for 3 different rooms that we've run in the past for other episodes of this show. And you can choose whichever one is the most scintillating, whichever one you think, I'll have a little bit of that. We'll do that room. So you can choose as a group.
4 voters is notoriously an easy number to get a majority.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a feeling we'll all choose the same one.
Well, let's find out. Danny, do you want to go through what the room options are?
Absolutely. So your 3 options for the settings that you might enjoy today are setting the first, infiltrating a casino. Option the second, slightly less serious, infiltrating a closed mini golf course. And setting the third, we'll give you vibes than setting for this one. This one is a little bit of preteen horror, but horror insofar as like Goosebumps level of horror. So you get to entirely decide what vibes do you have right now.
Anyone wanna?
Should we all stay on the count of 3?
We could try that. There might be a bit of lag.
It's going to be off. I'm going to come in like 3 seconds after you guys.
Well, why don't we ask Ben? Starting with you.
This is
what's your vibe? Which of these do you think is most interesting?
I would love to do them all, but I think if I had to pick one, I would pick the casino one.
All right.
Ooh, I'm getting some nods from Charlotte.
It looks like Charlotte. Is that also your pick of the 3?
I whispered casino when he was saying casino. So I could tell from, I could just feel it. I think I would also want to go for the casino one.
All right.
And Bex, what are you thinking?
I would have chose casino because as soon as you said casino, Charlotte's eyes lit up, and then when you started saying it was difficult, Ben's eyes lit up. So
yes, it is. It is not the easiest of the rooms that we have. It's definitely got some challenge to it. It's got 4 stars, but it does have 100% completion rate. It's been played once, and it was 1. Ken, it sounds like it doesn't matter what you pick, but what would your pick be if you were making a unilateral decision?
Imagine if I insisted we didn't do the casino. As a professional poker player who has spent the last week watching the World Series of Poker on live stream, which is happening in Vegas as at time of recording. I think, the casino, it also feels very bank heisty as well, which is what we guys enjoy doing. So I think, the heist element, Ocean's 11, all that, let's get in there.
All right. Let's get into this. It might not be the sort of infiltration that you expect. Ooh. Let's find out. Are we all ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Wonderful.
Your heart thuds in your chest. This is your first undercover job, and you've been thrown in the deep end, aiming to bring down the Pewter Gang, the notorious smugglers. The investigation has been dragging on for years. Your department has finally identified all 3 members. You've tracked their movements. The circumstantial evidence is all there. But the commissioner won't prosecute unless, in his words, you can get 'em red-handed with the goods. The goods, right now, are several ancient Greek medals that went mysteriously missing when being transferred to the local history museum last month. Driver error, the security company said. The museum was in hysterics. You're hoping to get proof of the Pewter Gang possessing these medals before they fence them, or worse, melt them down. Luckily, your team is clever enough to have deduced where the gang conducts its shady business arrangements, in the VIP room of Hanging Gardens Casino. The goal for tonight is to infiltrate their poker game and win all their money, so they're forced to start making bets with precious items instead, ideally giving your team a first-hand look at the stolen goods in their possession. As the member of your department with apparently the most unreadable facial expressions, you were voted to be the infiltrating poker player. You bide your time until the evening of a big fight, so all the regular casino patrons will be in the back room with huge TV screens safely out of the way in case this gets dangerous. And dressed to impress, you enter the great sliding front doors of the casino. And this is where you are welcome, if you like to draw what you see, or what you hear, or just make a list if drawing isn't your thing. But I always encourage it.
Gonna draw. Definitely drawing.
Excellent, thank you. So, you've come through these big sliding front doors. I usually draw those in the middle of the south wall, but it's free form for you. Yeah. To your immediate left is an ATM. And against the left wall is the main counter and chip exchange. A young employee with a neat uniform and a broad smile stands behind it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I said there was no character work in the intro, Bill. I was totally wrong.
This is the broad smile.
That's great. That was a very broad smile. The broadest smile I've ever seen.
I could do broader.
In the middle of this main room are 2 gaming tables. One for blackjack, one for mahjong.
Ooh.
Love mahjong.
Yes.
I love mahjong.
We totally didn't learn how to play mahjong just so that we could play it in the Yakuza video games. Off to the right are the slot machines. And in the far right corner from you is a roulette wheel.
Right. Okay. Let. Lovely. Let's get rich, everyone.
Woohoo. Little bit more to go. Hanging from the ceiling is a banner advertising an upcoming boxing match. The one that was going to be happening tonight.
Is that just in the middle? Was that?
Yeah, just sort of hanging on the ceiling wherever it will fit in your drawing, really.
As soon as we ask you to draw and then we sneakily add a third dimension, things get very difficult. I have to cover my mahjong table with a banner? What am I doing?
I didn't leave room.
I've
And-
the whole page.
And finally, in the far left corner, a door with VIP written on it.
Oh, yes.
You adjust the secret pinhole camera attached to your lapel, and you are free to get to work.
Amazing. Oh, we can do anything we want.
Where's the bar?
The bar is out the back with all the big TVs where all the regular patrons are watching the fight.
Utterly unimportant. We're here to make
We're
money.
here to make money. Oh my god!
You're here to investigate a crime.
I thought you were going to say you're here to invest money. And,
Invest money. Well, everyone was excited by the mahjong. Should we go there first?
Oh no, I don't know how to do that.
That's fine. We'll teach
that's okay. There is no expectation that you know the rules to much of anything when you come in here.
Okay.
Cool.
You stretch your memory for the rules of mahjong. It's a little bit tough. Plus, there are different rule sets depending on which style you play. And, also the Hanging Gardens Casino clearly uses their own artwork for some of the pieces rather than the pictures you remember. The few things you think you remember, most of the tiles have a number and a suit, like playing cards. But then there are some that have no number, and they're called dragons. And then there are some other ones that represent compass points. Yeah, well, with that meager information, you study the face-up tiles on the table, and already you've found your way to an image.
Yes.
Oh, we got
People
an image.
watching, you can see the image. It's right there, probably.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
On the one hand, please forgive the quality of my illustrations. I am far from a professional. On the other hand, it means that no one will ever suspect me of using AI for these things because there's just no way.
And also, this is clearly set up not to actually play a game of mahjong. This is set
Yes,
up to play.
It's play on your phone mahjong.
Yeah, phone
Mahjong
mahjong solitaire, which is
Yes.
a very, very different experience.
That'd be so funny if you walked into a casino to play mahjong and it was just
You set it up for
solitaire
this.
version.
I'm going to touch these two. Yes.
Cool. Okay, so
These
they're
are
the
pretty
normal
cool.
things.
So there's different image, like different missing colored tiles.
Yes, there's the green,
And
the
there's
green, white,
Z,
blue,
I
and
guess.
red. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually also like a compass, like a target sign, but it's in grey, which is a bit harder to see. But there's 3 of those.
Yes, it's the
Yeah,
double
and then
target
there's-
sign.
Yeah, the double target sign, but great.
But great.
There's only 2 purples
How many
and
different
1 blue.
ones are there? Yeah.
There is only one blue. Mhm.
1, 2,
So there's
3.
white, yellow, green, purple, red. I lost count. Blue?
Blue.
You
Yeah.
didn't say grey? Grey?
Did I say good? Not good grey? Okay, I
I
might have
think
said one
so.
twice.
White, purple, yellow, green, red, blue, grey. 7.
Yes. Cool.
Okay.
All good.
Cool.
This will probably be
White
useful
comes-
later.
Yeah.
You can't solve it now.
Yes.
Re-
Yes. Cool. Shall we go look at something else? Great game of mahjong, everyone.
Yeah, sorry.
You did it. You won.
We need to get money, right?
Yeah, blackjack.
Let's go blackjack.
No, we need to go to the counter to get our
do we
to
get
trade in
ATM
our money
first?
for chips, right? Yes.
We need to go to ATM first to get the money.
ATM, then chips.
Sorry.
ATM chips.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so first
I thought
to
you
the...
guys already had cash. Like, why did
we
we
don't.
not carry cash into the casino, guys?
No, it's dangerous.
We love paying
Dangerous.
fees.
Yeah, pretty much. The ATM, it's not specific to any bank, and in fact, it's branded to look like it's run by the casino itself. And of course, that means it only accepts special member cards, which you don't have. Although there is a button on the left that apparently is for doing a card-free account check.
Shall we do that?
Let's press
Should we
that,
press-
guys.
Press the button.
Yeah, absolutely. You press the button. Oh, but the next screen is asking you to input a bunch of account information, which you obviously don't have.
No.
Also, wow, the account numbers here are really long. We've got another image of that for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, look at this. It's almost like a puzzle.
Oh, it's like
Ooh.
phrases.
It's like crosswords. I mean, not crosswords. Hangman.
Hangman. Yeah, it's like a crossword, but not vertical. Cool. I wonder what they
so
say.
we're looking for a 5, and then an 8, and then a 5, and then a 4, and then a 3, and then a 4
Okay,
for the left side.
Left side. Cool. I'll keep that open. Great. So we need that. I guess we can now go to chip exchange, even though we might not have any money from the ATM. We might have our own money.
Yeah.
Charlotte's
You never know.
got our cash.
And it's where our employee is.
Hello.
All right, you head over for the counter. You can't really concentrate on examining the counter itself because the employee standing behind it is smiling at you with a kind of weird intensity.
Oh, I need to get into costume, Jenny.
Oh, sorry.
For this costume.
All right, I'm ready.
So cute.
You try to smile back, but you falter because their expression is very strained. And are their hands trembling?
Welcome to Hanging Gardens.
Oh, yes, they've got a perfect voice, but their eyes tell another story.
Oh, God.
My name is Jamie. If you're here to enjoy the fight, tickets can be bought from our box office on the 3rd floor. If you already have tickets, please proceed to the Babylon reception hall down and to your right. If you wish to play, simply withdraw cash from our ATM and I can exchange it for chips here.
Ooh, they hesitate. Bit of a character break there.
And since I can see you're not a regular member, let me just... I'll write you something here just in case anyone asks.
They take a long time to scribble something down, which they then hand to you. And you turn and you read, and it doesn't have anything to do with your lack of membership, as it turns out.
Great. Okay, we got a message.
Yeah, Bex, would you like to read this out for everybody?
Everyone can see it, but
Everyone
just in
can
case.
Oh, well, I don't even know if they can, but...
I know you're with the police. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'll try to stop my hand shaking so much. You want the people in the VIP room. Problem is, almost everyone in this place is being paid off by them. Even I can't help. Well, not directly. I knew you'd come for them eventually, so I've laid out a few things that might help you. Ask me whatever you want, but I won't be able to give you 2 obvious answers in case one of my co-workers overhears. I'm not sure how you like to go about your job, but I recommend examining the ATM. It could really give you a different angle on this case, Jamie. P.S. One of them has the same tell as me.
Oh, same tell. So the shaking of the hands.
It's a shaking hand.
Ooh, shaking hands.
Maybe
Well,
he
one of
holds a
them-
big fake bow tie. Maybe that's the tell.
And then angle of the ATM. So maybe if we go back to those letters.
So we can also ask him questions and he might give us cryptic answers. So we could just ask him, like, what's the account information for the thing? Could you do that? Ask lovely Jamie, like, what do we put in for the account information?
Oh, well, it would need to be your own account.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jamie, you can feel free to say that in your own voice in any way that you please.
Do we need like a code or something?
Oh, you'll need the correct code. Yes, you'll need your correct account code.
Where, so we need to go find...
Yes.
Well, it would need to be your member code, of
It would
course.
have to be your member code.
Could
Our
we
member
make
code,
a
of
member
course.
code right now?
Can we sign up as a member?
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't offer that as an option here at the counter.
I think we
At the
need to go
counter.
around everything and basically
Yes, we do.
find out what's on
Yes.
everything. Basically, when I go into an escape room, the first thing I do is just run around grabbing everything that's loose, pile it all on, and then just start going through it.
Let's-
So, like,
Can be very valid.
obviously
Let's
a
do it.
code from the ATM machine that we need, but we need to go collecting it around the room. So I reckon we need to head somewhere else, like
Cool.
blackjack or roulette next, and just start
Yeah.
picking bits from each
that's
place.
Let's do it. Where do people want to go?
Blackjack.
Dealer's choice. Blackjack. We're doing
Blackjack
it.
it is. There are 4 seats around this table, one of them clearly marked for the dealer, and in front of this is a little sign. Counting is always done clockwise, starting to the left of the dealer. There is a uniformed employee sitting there, but before you can even acknowledge that you don't have any chips, they shake their head. Oh, sorry, I can't start a new game until my assistant brings me a clean deck. This one got a bit marked. You look at a few cards lying face up on the table, and yeah, sure enough, bit of orange food dust caked on some of these cards. Man, you're finding all of the images really fast.
It's an image-heavy room, which makes it very good for video.
It does. Good choice.
Very good. We picked well. It
Somebody's
wasn't because we're all
Cheetos.
degenerate gamblers. So someone's been eating what's-its, I guess.
Look at the cross-cultural stuff going on here.
You have what's-its? Big what's-its?
I have
in
no
Australia?
idea what that is.
We got what's-its, we got Cheetos, and we'd say
Twisty. I had to go Twisties or Cheezels.
Maybe they're eating Twisties. We can
They're
all
eating
use our
Twisties.
regional cheese-based snacks.
Yes. Cool. Great.
All right. How
Okay,
about
we've got this
roulette
one.
now?
Can I ask a
roulette.
question?
Please.
Of course.
Go for it.
When you said about the 4 seats, counting is always done left. What did you say after that?
Clock, clock, clock.
It's always done clockwise, starting from the left.
Clockwise.
And then,
left
but
and
the
right.
employee who is working there isn't going to let you play because they're waiting for a new deck. So for now, these ones are just sitting on the table.
Okay.
These will end up being a code that you do clockwise, I think, in some way.
That's crazy.
Maybe they're just some cards, man. Why do you need
Yeah,
puzzles in
just
your
cards.
escape rooms? Maybe it's just about the
Just-
vibe.
JK 10 7 Q 8. Okay, let's go to
And
roulette.
Roulette next.
Spin
cool.
some wheels.
This wheel, it's your standard American style one. So it's got the reds, the blacks, a green 0, and a green 00. Although, do roulette wheels usually have letters on them as well?
Oh,
Interesting. So we'll get another image there. Trivia fact, anyone's using it? Do you know what the numbers on a roulette wheel add up to?
add up
Oh,
to
gosh.
as a
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very handy 666. It's great trivia fact.
Oh, wow.
wow.
And it's a
No
fun
way.
trivia fact that is not influenced as to whether you're playing a roulette wheel with just 0 or with 0 and 00. Because they're not
Very
going to affect
helpful.
the sum.
6 6. Ooh. Okay. So all the numbers are
Mapping
assigned
onto
to
a letter.
something.
Like some sort of key that we can keep popping back and
Yes.
looking at to figure out some sort of word in it. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Can we go
Cool.
to the slot machines next? But
Yes.
whenever I go to the slot machines, I always forget and leave my member card inside the slot machines. So I want to specifically examine every slot machine to see if someone has left their card behind.
That's more than fair. So there are 4 similar slot machines in this area. One of them has a cardboard out of order sign draped over it. So I assume to start with, you'd probably like to go through all the working ones and examine them.
Yeah.
no, can we go to the broke? Oh.
You're welcome to go to the broken one first if you like. It is less likely to have a secret card in it,
Yeah.
but
Fair.
your choice.
No, it's fine. Go.
No, you can stand up for yourself, Bex. We're doing it. We're doing the broken,
Going out of
the
order.
broken one.
There might be
Okay.
something very interesting about the broken one.
You never know. All right, this broken one, at face value, it looks just like all the other 3. But when you lift up the out of order sign, you see some rather stark differences. Namely, this is not a slot machine. It's designed to look like one, yes, but this display is totally fake. The lever, which would normally only move backwards and forwards when players want a new spin, moves in 4 directions. And the machine, while it's fake, it feels sturdy. Very sturdy. The only thing in your career that you've seen built with this kind of heft is a heavy-duty safe.
Ah,
Cool.
Fun.
got to crack a safe open.
We need to find something
It's got a directional.
I bet there's like a
Yeah.
east, west, now, south type.
Well, the Mahjong game has directions in it. Maybe tiles do have directions. So yeah, we'll see.
What about the other ones?
What haven't we looked at?
The working ones?
Oh yeah, the working ones. Yeah.
The 3 working slot machines are identical types. They've got 3 reels that show pictures of different fruits, which spin when you pull the lever forward. You don't have any chips, of course, so all you can really do is look at the results of the most recent spins. No member cards left behind, sadly, but you do get another image.
We love these images. This is image heavy.
It's an image heavy
okay.
room.
You win. Oh, someone has enough money to enter the VIP room.
Wow.
We got to find that person and mug them.
Yeah.
That's how you win it, people. It's just mug them. So interesting.
I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a solution in some of my rooms.
Very interesting.
Look at the way that they win.
Cool. Yeah, there's some kind of puzzle here that we
Yeah.
may be able to solve now, but maybe need to solve
Maybe
later.
the fruits are correlated to a number. Like, why is there 1.5 apples, and then 1 apple later?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And there's like two
Half
bananas,
a
3
watermelon
bananas.
versus
Yeah. Different things going on. Different things going on.
It really resembles those Facebook maths questions, doesn't it?
Yes.
Those Facebook ones. Good. Great. Well, we could try and think about this for a bit, or we could. What else have we looked
the
at?
banner. I don't know if there's anything on the banner.
I think we're meant to look at it said something about the ATM from a different angle. So I think maybe we should like look at the screen from a different angle, or look under it or on the side of it.
That's a good shot.
You go back to the ATM and you shift around to see if you can get a different view. And, when you look at it from one side, some of the colors are a little bit different. Another image for you.
Okay. So we've got a bunch of gold ones. They will come in handy some point, probably.
It's a very subtle difference.
Yes. Okay.
But there were no ATM. There were no cards there.
No
cards.
no ATM cards.
So sorry.
Okay. Should we? Well, why don't we look at this banner? Examine this banner.
Yeah.
You crane your head up, your single head, not your multiple heads, your single head up, and the fight advertised on the banner is the big one that's happening tonight, and maybe you would have been interested in watching it, but you've got more important things to do. Based on what this banner says, the boxes are quite impressive. Another one for you.
Danny, you picked I don't know how we ran this as an audio episode.
No.
Barry Fernando versus Mohammed El Solman. Interesting. Total wins 150 versus total wins 240.
Those are good numbers, probably.
Well, they are also
that's how many losses.
They are also the exact letters of the ATM. The ATM the underlines.
Yes.
The exact letters.
So we just need to find and map the gold ones, maybe.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
BA and then NAN. If someone can write this.
Wait, BANAN?
Yeah, I've got it.
Banana.
N.
Banana. We got some fruit.
And then still on the top line, M. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think we want to go next
E.
line.
Oh, you want to go next line?
No, that's fine. We can do it anyway, and I'll just M-E,
and then L.
It's going to say melon.
O, and then damn it is, and then N. Okay, on that side. Okay, okay, back on the left side. Back on the left side. A.
Banana. It's telling us the value of banana. So banana 50.
Yeah,
banana
and
50.
the melon is 20.
Melon 20K as well.
K 20K,
That's 1,000.
and then and the other one is cool.
So the banana is equal to 50K. The melon is equal to 20K.
Can we go back to the slot machine?
And we can now work out what an apple and a cherry might be worth. Maybe.
Yes, with simultaneous equations.
Oh, we
gotta love a simultaneous equation.
We totally didn't mention them in our recording yesterday.
We were talking with Ken about simultaneous equations in a recording for an episode that is as of yet unreleased, that should be coming out soon.
Okay.
Let's
just do some maths. Is that good on camera? Let's get on notepads and do some maths.
Okay, I'm just wondering, like, what is like the? If you get that, you win. Is that saying that that's what it equals to? Do we think that's what it's saying? So like 40, like a 10. So if we can do the middle one, we can know what the cherry is worth, right? Because like 10K for a melon plus 50K for a banana is 60K.
Yes.
And then it's 60K plus two cherries is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 140K.
140K.
So 2 cherries is equal to 80K, and so 1 cherry is equal to 40K.
Cool. And then we can work out apples from that because cherries 40. So the bottom is 170, 290K on the bottom because 120,
290
and 50.
Yeah.
Okay, so in which case I've got 250K plus apple equals 290K. So apples are worth 40K.
So apples 40K.
You've avoided the classic Facebook maths trap of 2 cherries here, but there's 3 cherries here.
3 cherries, the classic.
99% cannot solve.
Wait, so cherry and apple are both 40?
Yes.
It can happen.
Yes. So the final thing is saying the jackpot is...
So 4.5 apples.
180,000. Cool.
Jackpot. So we need 180,000 to get into the room.
Okay.
The VIP room.
Easy.
We actually didn't expect the VIP room. Should we have a look to see if like a bouncer
we should inspect all the doors.
I'm a little bit lost. You need.
That's okay.
You're saying that you need what to?
Well, we've worked out all the symbols and what they're worth, and the last one is basically 4.5 apples, which is equal to 180,000. And apparently, that is the same as the jackpot, and that says you now have enough to enter our VIP room. So, I think it's basically telling us we need to make 180,000.
I have a question though.
Mm-hmm. Please.
Okay. Isn't the first amount with the 6 cherries and a banana more than what the 4.5 apples is?
Interesting.
That is interesting. That's
crazy.
Probably
some sort of super jackpot.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just as easy as mathematics needing a number to get in? Then
No,
I don't think it'll be that simple.
No, like you're adding it up and like saying 180,000 to win, but what, Ben? Go on.
I agree with Bex. Like maybe you don't actually need 180,000, but it's just giving you like the code 180 or something.
It might be 180K. That's correct. Cool. Well, we can check all the doors and see what's going on. We
Great
didn't check
idea.
the door we walked in on. We can go back to that first, as we're right next to
it. Depending on how you've drawn it. So you go to the front doors. From a distance, you can see there's a whole lot of safety information printed on their surface. You get in close to read it. They're sliding doors. They slide open when you get within range, so the text gets cut in half. And you know what? Whatever. That's not a problem. It's just annoying. Like the doors are trolling you. So you head over to the left. You read half the text. You go over to the right. You read half the text. Whatever. And you're smart enough that you can put those two things together. So you only have to have one image.
I believe the image is as if these doors were currently annoyingly open.
Oh. Oh, okay. We've got bolded. Bold letters. We got bold clue words. Our fave.
Ben, Benjamin, would you like to have a crack at reading through?
Just the bold ones?
Whatever your heart desires.
I can read all of it for the safety. We need safety as much as the next person. We may be trying to rob this place, but
okay. In case of emergency, finding your way to safety is the top priority. Leave your cards on the table and make your way to the corridor past the roulette wheel. If you cannot reach the corridor, you will have to break these glass doors using an emergency hammer. Once in the corridor, face right and pass all other card tables. Then take a left at the end to find the emergency door. Rotate its handle clockwise and you will open outside opposite the car park. Please refresh your memory of these instructions whenever you enter the premises. Find cards on the wheel. If you have a face card, take its opposite.
Cards on the wheel, so roulette.
Amazing.
On the roulette wheel.
So we...
Roulette wheel.
Yes.
Red, black.
Face card, take... Okay, so we can use the cards from the blackjack, I reckon. And they all have a attached thing on the wheel.
So take its face value. It's opposite.
Take its opposite value. So what do we have on the thing? It was King
Jack
JK 10-7. Where's the picture gone? JK 10-7 8Q, and they all have.
So how do we get the J into?
Well, there are letters as well. So the J means take its opposite.
So you have to go all the way, like physically opposite onto D, like.
Yes.
So it would be P. I don't know if that's what it means.
I think that's a P. Yeah, I think that's a P.
Find cards on the wheel. If you have face card, take its opposite.
You've been doing so well so far that I'm not going to steer you at all.
I've been looking at this wheel too long. It does have a creepy eye in the middle, right? Like we're all seeing this gross demon eye looking at us, be like, gamble, gamble.
I'm looking up the letters and then taking from the opposite side of the wheel for anything that's a face letter.
The face card, yeah.
Yeah.
What have you got so far? Is your J a P? Your Jack a P, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And
the one thing
there's two Ks, which is why I don't know if that's correct. Like, do we think instead it's like a numerical thing? So it's like Jack is worth 11, and then we look for the 11, and then we look for opposite 11.
Well, in blackjack, all of those would be worth 10s rather than an 11, etc.
That's also true.
Face card, take its opposite. Opposite. Okay.
No.
Oh, what were you thinking?
It's like the queen is opposite the Jack on the table, but then the queen is also a face card.
What did we say those marks were again? Something to do with cake? Have I made that up?
Orange food dust.
Oh, yeah, someone has left some food dust on some of the cards.
Food dust, cheese Doritos, that looks like.
Yes,
that sort
cheese
of thing.
Doritos, or What's-Its, or Twisties, or Cheezels, or...
one now.
Okay, wait, I have an idea.
What?
So if you look at the numbers 10, 7, and 8, then those correspond to the letters B, P, and W, which are also colors like blue, purple, and white from the Mahjong.
Oh.
Nice.
But maybe that's just a coincidence, because I don't know what we do with like the letters, because those are more tricky.
We haven't,
but, like,
we haven't looked at the VIP
door
yet.
So should we go do that then?
Yeah, why not? There's still some things for you to do. And don't forget helpful Jamie waiting for you.
Oh yeah, we
bow tie intact.
I'm having a good day.
You go over to the top left corner where that VIP door is. It's not ostentatious. If anything, it looks simple enough to drive people away rather than entice them in. You guess the people inside don't want to be disturbed by the regular folk. But disturb them you must. You knock on the door. Inside, you hear chairs and feet shuffling, and then a voice.
Password.
Okay, you don't know what their password is. You mumble an apology and turn your attention to something on the wall beside the door. Looks sort of like a page from a guest book, but a guest book for the VIP room. So they don't want to be disturbed, but they do want to show off that they've been allowed in.
Nice. We got some names.
All right, another lovely image for you.
And you know what? These names, they are absolutely the names of your pewter gang suspects.
Oh. Andrew Knight.
Jack and roulette go so well together.
I guess might be a hint to use them.
Us using blackjack and roulette together.
And then after a good spin of roulette. Can we spin the roulette wheel? Is that fun? Can we get a spin?
You head over and you reach up to touch it, and an employee just out of nowhere grabs you by the wrist and says, excuse me, that's not your position.
He grabs your wrist and he says, do you really think that Bill's going to animate a roulette wheel spinning for you? It's a stationary image and it shall remain stationary. Now get your hands off that wheel.
These mean dealers.
I don't work here.
Okay. So we might be on the right lines, but we could ask Jamie for help. Trusty Jamie.
And I often, just so that you know a bit about how I work, I often don't write like a hint mechanism into the room. That'll just sort of happen naturally. So if I have said that like you can ask Jamie for help, it might be something more essential to the room that you do so at some point, rather than if you're struggling.
We're not okay. Okay, fair enough. That might be a specific.
So are we suggested to talk to Jamie?
I think that will.
Yeah. Just nodded.
What shall we ask him about? What?
What's the opposite of a face card?
Oh wait, well, what's the password, Jamie?
Yeah, you know what? They know a decent amount about it.
I'm sure this is about getting into the VIP room.
Yes, going to the VIP room.
I'm afraid I can only allow access to the VIP room to those who have the minimum required amount of chips to play in their high-stakes poker games. Ordinarily, I could only help you if you showed me the chips, but if you can just tell me the correct cash value, I'll trust that you have it. You seem trustworthy. If you don't have it, may I recommend trying your luck on our slot machines?
There we go. 180,000.
Oh, their expression finally has a bit of authenticity to it.
I'm very happy to hear of your good fortune. Now, as it happens, I don't have the password to the VIP room on me at present, and I'm not allowed to leave my post to get it from the safe. But I do have something that might help.
Jamie reaches behind the counter and hands you a piece of paper, very slowly. Very slowly.
Is it the thing called code? I think it is.
You might. Good question. We'll find out.
I believe it is. Here I go. No, so I'm just getting from the counter.
I hope it's
there you are.
It is directions.
There you are.
Oh yes. There we go.
Oh, it's the Mahjong.
So we go back to the Mahjong.
Yeah.
Where's the Mahjong gone? Where's it gone?
Oh, is it the number of times we need to go that way based on the number of times it appears?
So. I think so. But is there an order?
Yeah, maybe start at the top row.
Start top row, left to right.
I've lost the Mahjong.
I've got it. So east first. And then west. What's that one? The red one isn't used, right? So we can just skip those, I'm guessing. Is anyone... shall I write these down? East, west, west. No.
I'm having a hard time seeing, like, the
I'm
the
doing
lines.
the same. I need it all in front of me. I'm going, like, from thing to thing and getting confused.
Yeah, you need a setup like the architect in the Matrix with a million screens all around.
East. I have a pattern.
East, west, west, south,
south, east, south. That's what I've got. Shall we give it a go?
Wait, there's another south that's really close to the
There's also a north near the end as well.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. Right. Where?
Yeah, it's east, north, south.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, there is.
So this is, for you guys, you're reading basically left to right, going down the rows, and taking the symbols that appear on that code as the direction to go. Lovely.
That's right. East, west, west, south, south, east, north, south. Is that right?
And what are you doing with these?
We're going to go to safe and use the little lever thing that goes conveniently in 4 directions, because why not?
Start moving the lever, right, left, up, down, trying to get it in those orders that you just discussed, and it doesn't unlock.
Can I just ask, what were you doing then? Because I'm lost. Where were you getting all that from?
So we just got the code, which is the directions, the very latest link.
Yeah.
And then the Mahjong has all 4 of these symbols.
What about, why are we not going left clockwise, from left going clockwise in? Or can we, is that not?
We should try that, I think, because it doesn't make sense to have the same symbol repeat twice in a row.
I agree.
Was there something on the guest list that was Mahjong and spin? But what I also think, like Ben saying the numbers mapped onto a letter might also be...
Counting is always done left clockwise from the left.
So that was what was written on the blackjack table.
It is a very reasonable thing to try for the Mahjong. To save you a little bit of time, if you do the same thing, just trying to go clockwise around the Mahjong table as you did just then, that code still won't work.
Okay.
I think it might be the colors mapped on for what Ben was doing earlier. Like
which
purple 7 or something, white was 8. Or was that not?
Yeah.
You said like they mapped onto some letters.
Yeah.
In roulette. Do you reckon?
Yeah,
I think those letters were quite random, but they could
be. The VIP list, when it says people's favorite game, maybe that's a clue that like something we have to solve. We have to use Mahjong and roulette together.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. So we've got what, N?
So we're back at the
roulette
wheel, looking at
NESW. Do we look at those?
There's 2 N's.
Yes, there
are 2
N's.
3 N's, I think.
3 N's. 6.
11.
Yeah.
We could add them all together. That's a lot of numbers to do the thing for. We'll have to do 100 times, but
we'll get up to 666 eventually. But
yeah. What else could it be?
What were you doing? You were doing something with the roulette wheel earlier.
We were trying to map it onto blackjack.
Mapping. Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Oh, wait. Some of the cards are red and some are black. Does that matter? Like the 7
Oh, yes, that does matter.
Because roulette also has red and black.
That's true. That's a very good spot.
Except there's only one 7.
And the king is green and also red, but the king on the blackjack is black. Unless I'm missing another key.
So does that tell us that we use the black K?
There's no black K.
It's only red and green.
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's not helpful at all.
Is it that we have to...
And we can't spin it.
If you spin this wheel, I'll kick you out of the casino.
Okay.
Benjamin, I don't want to let everyone go too far astray. I will tell you that you have some very good instincts for this.
Yes. Okay.
So
the colors, maybe?
So the 7 of hearts is a P, at the very least, I guess.
Yeah, 10 is B, 7 is P, 8 is W.
I'm going to write that. 10 is B, 7 is P, 8 is W. Okay.
So that's blue, purple, white.
Purple, white.
And we need to figure out what to do with the JKQ.
JK, should we just look to see, like, is there only one J?
Wait, but there is... yes. But maybe they're not relevant because they're not represented on it, because there's no Black King. So we ignore that, and actually we just use the ones which are represented, and that's 4 of them, which is the 4 cardinal values of north, south, east, and west. Maybe.
And as we discussed before, that when it comes to blackjack, jacks, queens, and kings are all
10.
worth 10s.
Okay, we are using 10.
Okay. Where is
So
10?
B. Black 10 is B.
But they can't.
And we go opposite. Or no, we go opposite, so it's yellow.
Opposite.
If you have a face card,
yes,
use its opposite.
Yes, we go opposite. So yellow.
So yellow.
Yeah, and there's
yellow,
only one.
yellow, blue, purple. Where's the other? What's the Q? What's the opposite of the Q?
It'd be the same. It's a face card again, right? The Q.
Oh, it's a face card again, of course. Oh,
yeah. So it's just
yellow, black. No, sorry. Yellow, is it black or blue?
Blue, purple, white, yellow.
Yes. So we just do that in order, right?
Yellow.
Yeah, we do that in order.
And that's the order of the Mahjong.
So which symbol is
the order
yellow?
of the...
Yes.
Yellow
is
east, so we do east. Blue is north.
East, north.
Purple is west.
White is south. Yellow's east. So east, northwest, southeast.
That's right.
Can we do that on the slot machines, please? The broken one.
You head back to the broken slot machine. The lever moves smoothly in those directions. You push it right, up, left, down, right, and you feel a clunk from inside the machine.
Nice one.
The screen swings open. This is indeed confirmed a safe. And inside, a huge rolling pile of gambling chips valued at, just to hazard a guess,
180,000.
You know, it looks pretty spot on for 180,000. Best to fill your pockets. You might need that. And once you're sufficiently weighed down, you spot something else in there. Just a single piece of paper with a single word written on it. It says, Butterfingers.
Oh, now I want candy.
Is that the password? That is the password, isn't it? Yeah. They said the password is in the safe, so we just go and say the password.
You head back to the VIP room, you knock, and once again, you hear that growling voice.
Password.
Only this time you're prepared.
My accent changed while you were gone.
Butterfingers.
Inside, there's a shuffling. You hope it's just the shuffling of people standing up and not the shuffling of people hiding evidence. The door opens, and you come face to face with the Pewter Gang. Tom, Andrew, and Sally Jane. Behind them, oh yes, we've got props for each of those 3. Sorry, one more time. Tom. Can't see it. It's hidden behind you. It's hidden behind your microphone. Andrew.
Yeah.
And Sally Jane.
Hello.
Behind them is a poker table that looks midway through a game. Are you ready with voices?
You can join the next round, Sally Jane. That's the hat says. We're almost done with this one. Don't sound so, when someone loses and gets really, like a child about it.
I can be Andrew if you like. You can rush over and give me his prop.
No, that's all right. Petulant? Sulky? Yeah, those.
The 3 of them sit down, and Tom handily wins. That's the one with the cigar. He actually had a straight flush. You don't see that every day. But all 3 still have a good amount of money on the table. So you join in. The deal happens, and your cards are okay. You could win with them, but only if none of the gang has anything spectacular. So you look at your opponents. Sally Jane's eyes give nothing away. All she's staring at is the bowl of cheesy chips on the table, and she's grabbing them 3 at a time. Tom is similarly inscrutable. Cigar.
What a curious collection of cards.
And Andrew, he just takes a long, calm sip from his drink.
So that hand is Sally Jane's then, isn't it? With the little crispy.
And she always wins. Yeah.
So she was holding the jacks
and
the clubs.
She's cheating, yeah. She's cheating.
So yeah, what was her hand like when she was playing blackjack and
Jack,
eating
20.
chips?
Good.
That's pretty good.
Cheater. Marking the cards with her cheesy fingers.
All right, so
you help us through this poker table.
Yeah, you need to try to figure out anything about their behaviors that could be a tell. It's hard with only one hand.
Did someone have a shaking hand?
I was looking, but I couldn't. The video froze for a moment, so I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I've had it quite frozen.
My hands have been steady as a rock.
I think we gotta fold this one, guys, until some shaking hands come through.
All right, yeah, you fold the first round and you bow out at an appropriate time. You lose only a handful of chips. Tom had nothing. Andrew had a good high pair, but as you suspected, Sally Jane sweeps the round. Her cheesy fingers matched how in blackjack she got a really good hand and she started shoveling cheese into her mouth. And so she was doing the same here, and she had a fantastic hand. So
that's a tell. If she eats cheesy chips, cheesy whatever, then she's got a good hand. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, she had a 4 of a kind. It was spectacular.
Ooh, okay.
The others lose a good amount more than you, but they show no hesitation towards starting another round. You look at your cards. Again, they're okay. Maybe winners, but it's not certain. You just got like a pair. You study your opponents. Sally Jane, what do you think she's doing?
Eating chips.
Actually, her hands are firmly on her cards.
Ooh, she's got a bad hand.
Yeah. Andrew, he sips his drink casually.
Did he do that in the first one?
He did.
Yeah. And he had a good... No, he had a bad hand.
Right?
He had nothing.
No,
he had an okay... He had a really pretty decent hand.
It's Tom who had nothing.
And Tom, this time he frowns and he says something.
I should put this on the other side, but then the smoke's going down. Remind me to order the liquid ice that goes in your mouth.
A drink?
Yeah, a drink.
He forgot his words. Did he do that the first time? The very first
Yeah, he
time?
couldn't remember the word for petulant or whatever.
Petulant, yeah.
And that was the one where he had a straight flush in the very first game.
He's got a very strong hand. Let's fold. Fold. Get it.
Oh, boy. You push the bidding up just high enough to put on the pressure, and then you safely fold. The round reaches the end, and Tom takes it home with a full house aces over kings. Sally Jane completely bluffing, and Andrew had 2 pairs, but it just wasn't enough. And now they're both mildly struggling for chips. Luckily, doesn't sway him at all. Dealing a new round. You check your cards. Ooh, yeah, low 3 of a kind. It's okay. It could win if no one else has anything.
Nice.
Sally Jane grips her cards tightly. Tom?
Where on earth is the girl who usually comes in to refill the drinks anyway? Preposterous insubordination.
And Andrew casually reaches for his glass with his right hand, ice clinking loudly.
The tell.
Okay, so they're all weak this time. They all have nothing. Is that right?
What are you going to do?
Let's go big. Let's bet big, right?
But don't we want to bet so that enough that they'll call?
Yeah. Let's do whatever is the optimal play.
You play sensibly,
good poker.
sharply, and by the end of it, you goad them with one final move of shoving all your chips forward. Still a very decent pile. Andrew, Tom, and Sally Jane are scrambling in comparison, but they're putting on bold faces. They all go all in. They reveal their cards. Sally Jane, nothing. Tom?
Nothing.
Nothing. Andrew?
Nothing.
They were a gang of bluffers. You sweep it, you take every chip they have.
Yeah.
And then you make sure to look and sound really smug about it, because remember what your goal is. You want them to try to bet one last time. So just give me some examples. What are you going to say to them? How are you going to showboat to make them a little bit mad at you?
We'll go like, oh, pewter gang, more like the poo gang.
What did you say about me?
bloody bunch of cheesy, forgetting word, no good nobodies.
Oh, I can't believe it.
You just do some more and more of this tremendous prodding, and by the end of it, Andrew has turned a very funny maroon shade.
You, one more game. All your chips right now.
Yeah, the others they all make noises of agreement, but then you get to raise your eyebrows and say, well, what will you three put up? And they all grit their teeth.
Yes.
We have expensive belongings.
Ah, you grimace. You make it look like that's not all that cool. What, like a fancy watch? Nah, you're not really interested in that.
Not like a fancy watch. Unique items. One of a kind. Priceless.
Ooh.
They nod to each other. They reach for their bags stashed under the table. Your heart thuds in your chest. They unzip the bags, and you see a full collection of ancient medals. And as soon as you see it, the spy camera attached to your shirt does too, which means within seconds, the rest of your squad bursts into the little VIP room, handcuffs flying about before anyone has a chance to flee. The evidence is all here, and the pewter gang has been caught completely red-handed with the stolen items. Oh, the museum will be very happy. So will you. Undercover work always comes with a great bonus, even if it's for only one night. And, you make a mental note to put in a good word for Jamie when he inevitably has to find another casino to work in. And with that, amazing!
Congratulations!
You succeeded! You completed your mission!
You cracked the case. Congratulations, everybody.
Woo-hoo.
Well done, team. You did that.
That was great. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, fun stuff. I mean, I love casinos. We got to play some poker. I know this group loves some poker. A bunch of degenerates.
It's the kind of game of simulated poker where you know that we don't play poker because it's like, straight flushes, give them four of a kind.
Yeah.
Give them something that comes out once in a lifetime. Just take it.
All good.
To be fair, they're gangsters. You already suspected they might have been cheating. They just only cheat a little bit against each other.
One in turn.
It's not like The Simpsons where it's, I've got 4 aces. What? I've got 4 aces too.
But no, I thought you guys did really well. That is not an easy escape room for the ones that we've
really
done before.
impressive.
There's quite one like very complex line of puzzle that I thought you did really well.
Thanks. We love puzzles. We love using our brains.
Yeah, and you all nailed the puzzle bits really well. I was a special shout out to Benjamin for cracking my first letters of colors thing first. And great. Also for noticing the different angle on the ATM.
That was good as well.
Yes, that was a very nice
angle.
It was always also very nice, Bex, for you to come in and give the advice that I was wanting to give, but I try not to, where people were getting very in the weeds with puzzles, and you did the role that every escape room team needs, which is a stop, let's keep going, let's find more,
make sure we've seen everything.
Let's collect our evidence, let's get this properly, so we have all of our tools, which was very lovely to hear. So that was very nice to have that in the room.
And it's been a while since I wrote this, so I could not remember how the maths on the slot machines worked out. So, Charlotte, you were going through and you were just whizzing through the maths section there. And I was going, yeah, I think that sounds right. That sounds believable. I've got the final answer here, but none of the working. So let's hope this works out.
It's always very nice to hear a person say simultaneous equations during the room.
That makes me happy.
We love some simultaneous equations.
Yeah, some people are very maths averse when it comes to escape rooms, but especially you can do it the mathsy way, but you can always just trial and error it for simultaneous equations ones if you're not sure and if you're not feeling confident with it. But as far as doing little bits of maths like adding and stuff, I never have any problem including that.
Yeah.
Did it live up to your casino dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fruit puzzle. Casino. Even though Ken and Charlotte had the math all figured out before I even had the thumbnail.
It was good. A good series of different kind of puzzles. We love the theme. The Pewter Gang, great characters, great character work. I'm interested.
We were trying to source some costumes before we start. Because we'll have camera. Maybe we can do. And we decided on palm cards. So
it worked perfectly.
I thought they came out nicely.
Oh, great. Gave a lot to the character.
I really should have done the cigarette on the other side, though. That's not very helpful at all.
No, it's fun. It's funny. It's funny if the smoke goes downward. That's
it's just Danny,
could you not have just rewritten him really quickly so he was a bat hanging from the ceiling? Because then this is perfect. If he was a gangster bat.
That's just how you identify bad guys. It's like how when someone is a good guy, their hair is parted on the right, but when they're a bad guy, their hair's parted on the left. It's if you're a bad guy, your smoke goes down.
Smoke goes down. Classic.
That's why all the cool guys who smoke must all be good.
Can we see each other's drawings of the room?
Oh, I would love that.
If you have a map, please hold up your map of the room if you've done one. Oh, it's lovely.
Beautiful, Bex. That's what mine looks like. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous.
The light.
Wow.
So my ring light. My ring light is in front of it.
Yeah, I moved my ring light as if that would help. Perfect. Ooh, color.
Lovely.
You've done like a perspective kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I did a perspective one because it was on the left, on the right. And I was like, you're coming in.
That is my drawings whenever I'm the one playing one of these rooms and I do my room drawings. They always do a weird, not quite 2.5D, definitely not 3D. They have a little bit of perspective to them, a little bit of upward, but it's all wrong.
Yeah, this is the same for me. It's like each object will have a perspective, but the whole scene will have about 7 perspectives because all the objects are whatever sides I needed to show.
I also feel this was a pretty generous one in terms of most of the objects that you could draw tended to just be rectangles or circles. I didn't quite see if anyone attempted to draw like a slot machine with a full shape of it. Super impressive. Mine in my original notes. I don't know what it is. It's not a slot machine.
I would say Bex pulled a face like, "Oh, you don't want to see my map," and then it was great. It had seats around all the tables. It was a nicely detailed map of the room.
My map was a mess.
Yes, I think I'll say a proper goodbye. We'll finish up here. Thank you everybody for coming on and joining us for this episode. It was really lovely having you run through this room. I hope everybody
was great watching your work
at home enjoyed seeing us in a slightly new medium. If people want to check out. Obviously, people, if you haven't watched it and you have access to it, watch the Genius Game on ITV. It was a very fantastic.
Yes.
Comes out recommendations. You've also all been playing other games on Ken's YouTube channel.
Yes, on my YouTube. You can watch 3 or 4 games will be out. Yeah. We've played a few different board games. We play Codenames. This group will play Codenames. Yeah, a few others. Skull,
I loved watching that Codenames.
It's a good.
You enjoyed it.
Codenames. The Blood on the Clock Tower was very lovely as well.
We did do Blood on the Clock Tower as well. Yeah,
that was
wonderful. Well, yeah, go and check that out. There's links below to that. And if you haven't listened to the show or you want to keep listening to the show, go and check out Escape This Podcast as the podcast form, the original form in which this game was played. You can go and check how the original players did at this room, and you can listen and be like, oh, here's what they did so much worse, and here's what they did so much better. Because there's nothing I like more than encouraging a sense of competition between people playing escape rooms. I love it. I don't really love it. Thank you everybody for coming on. It was wonderful to have you. And that's the end of the show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.